Hello, welcome to this update. Let's see the severe weather and some heat wave and other stuff for parts of the US and Canada. First, the severe weather. So for the US we have three slight risks, one in parts of Colorado, another one in Montana, and another one in northern western Montana. So also marginal in northern Florida and southern Georgia, and marginal in parts of eastern Texas and Louisiana, and marginal parts of the mid-Atlantic and northeast, and that bigger marginal from Nevada to North Dakota. So let's see. Tornado threat is less than 2%, but always be aware, you never know. Wind threat is 15% in Montana, in the two slight risks there, and 5% in the marginal there, 5% there, 5% in Florida, and 5% in Louisiana and Texas. And hail, let's see, hail is 15% in Colorado, in that third slight risk there, 15% for hail in Montana as well, and 5% in other parts of Montana and Idaho, and 15% in the high plains. In the east, nothing. So hail, wind, and tornado. So let's see. Scarce severe thunderstorms are possible across parts of Montana into eastern Colorado during the afternoon and evening. Large and severe gusts are the primary hazards. So stay safe there, and be aware some stronger storms in parts of the south and the east. So the model has, let's see, it has still some storms in the northeast, especially this afternoon through Maine, New Hampshire, parts of especially western and central Massachusetts, and even, let's see, a storm or two in Connecticut, but more there in Maine, Vermont, and New York, some stronger storms, and some in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, but mainly in Virginia, some stronger storms, in North Carolina as well. And let's see, shows in Florida, maybe some stronger storms, more storms in the south, but there can be a stronger storm or two in southern Georgia and northern Florida, but nothing crazy. And in the west shows those stronger severe storms in Montana, like eastern Montana this afternoon to North Dakota. So be careful in eastern Montana, those could be very strong today. In western Montana, kind of Idaho, then going north into Canada, and the ones from eastern Montana continue to North and South Dakota there later. So be aware in the Dakotas later. And the ones in Colorado show some severe ones in western Nebraska, South Dakota, and Colorado this afternoon as well, especially in northeastern Colorado. So stay safe there. What else? Some showers in Arizona, a storm or two in Utah. So yeah, nothing crazy, but be aware. Even parts of eastern Nevada and Mexico there. So let's see. For tomorrow, shows there's just a marginal risk tomorrow in Montana, North Dakota, Nebraska, South Dakota, and Colorado, even Kansas. And in the south, just general risk of thunderstorms. So tornado threat less than 2%, wind threat 5% there, and hail threat 5% as well. So stay safe there tomorrow. Thunderstorms associated with isolated severe wind gusts and hail will be possible on Tuesday in parts of the central and northern high plains, westward into the northern Rockies. So stay safe there. Day 3, there's again a slight risk, and this is day 3, so this could get upgraded or could stay the same, but that's already day 3. There's already a slight risk in parts of Montana, North Dakota, and northern South Dakota there. It might affect parts of Canada like Saskatchewan and other areas. So let's see. This is for, let's see, this for Wednesday. So shows a marginal from Colorado to Montana as well, and general risk of thunderstorms part to the south and kind of the northeast in some areas. Scattered thunderstorms associated with large hail and severe wind gusts from possible Wednesday across the northern high plains margin. Severe storms with possible westward into Montana and southward into central high plains. So nothing crazy, but just be aware. Maybe some more severe storms. And day 4 through 8, nothing. And fire, and elevated in Nevada, Oregon, northeastern California, northwestern Nevada, and Idaho for today, so be aware there. For tomorrow, and 2 other areas of elevated in Nevada, southeastern Oregon, in Idaho, and northeastern California. So be aware, but nothing crazy. So let's see now the rainfall. It shows the map today. Might be some rain in the northwest, rain, thunderstorms in some other areas, even some rain in Wisconsin. And let's see, tomorrow more rain in the northwest, some more storms there in the south and northeast. Day 3, the severe storms and the rain and thunderstorm. So let's see, rain precipitation for today shows more in the northeast in Canada, shows a lot there in the southeast, parts of the east in Virginia and North Carolina, shows more from the storms in the plains and the Rockies. In the northwest, more rain there from another system. Let's see, including Mexico, more storms. Tomorrow, for Tuesday, more rain across the south, including the Bahamas and Florida, shows more in the northeast, including more eastern Canada, but also the northeastern US, more across the northwest and parts of the plains and even to Mexico. Day 3 for Wednesday shows more in the southwest, so maybe some more storms there. Arizona, Utah, Colorado shows more across the northwest, especially Canada, and some other areas there. The plains and other areas, and the southeast shows a lot in Florida. So let's see, Thursday, more in Florida there, a thing or two in the northeast, in the northwest some, and the southwest and northern plains. Next Friday shows more in the southeast, a little bit more in the southwest and northwest especially, and another area. For next Saturday shows more in the north and northwest, especially in Canada, more in Florida, be aware there, and a shower or two in another place. Next Sunday shows more across the north and more in the Gulf and southeast, so be aware. Day 1 through 7 shows a lot in the northwest there, northwestern US and Canada, shows more in the plains, in the southwest especially, through the Rockies, the plains shows a lot, and the east, especially in Canada, and the northeast, it shows a lot in Florida there, day 1 through 7, showing a lot in northern Bahamas, Florida, so be aware next week there. So let's see, rainfall shows a marginal parts from Arizona to Montana, so be aware, and a slight risk in the northeast, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, and Connecticut, and even New York. So stay safe there. A marginal from Virginia to Maine. And for Tuesday, shows a marginal down the southwest and nothing else because of the storms there. For Wednesday, shows another marginal in the southwest, maybe some heavier storms on Wednesday there. For Thursday, still in the southwest there, so be aware there because Colorado, Arizona, Utah, and parts of New Mexico. And day 5 shows still a margin in the southwest for Friday, and they might add something for Florida later, especially for Saturday and Sunday because of that coming there, but they still don't have anything. So let's see what else. There's nothing of this yet, and yeah, so let's see the heat. Still major heat risk across the south and extreme in Texas. Tuesday, tomorrow, more extreme heat risk in the south and some moderate across the north, more moderate and a major in the southwest. And then let's see some majors in Florida, Wednesday, still some moderates in the southeast, some majors in South Dakota, in the southwest, some moderates, and more extreme heat risk in Texas, and big area of major heat risk there, so stay safe. Thursday, more extreme heat risk in Texas, even New Mexico, so stay safe and major. Friday shows still major heat risk and extreme heat risk in Texas, some moderate further north and in Florida. Saturday shows more extreme heat risk in Texas, but more moderate heat risk spreading further north and some in other areas. Sunday, more moderate in Florida, in the Midwest and other areas. Still an area of extreme heat risk in Texas, so stay safe. The temperatures today for Monday show more than 109 in Texas, 109 in the southwest as well, some 90s in the north and in other areas there, and in the southeast some 90s as well. Let's see. Day 2 shows more 100s in the south, more in the southwest, up to 112, and some valleys there could get even higher. Let's see, some 90s there, more 90s in the north, 90s in the southeast. Let's see. Day 3, more 100s on the south, especially in Texas, very, very hot, more than 109. Let's see, in the southwest also, some 90s in the north central plains already, and in the southeast too. Day 4, so day 3 was Wednesday, so now it's Thursday, shows more than 109 still in Texas, southwest, some 90s scattered about in the plains and west, shows more some 80s and 90s in the southeast. Next Friday shows more 90s further north, still 100s in the plains and 90s spreading to the Midwest and Ohio Valley, and 90s in the southeast and the north and 100s on the southwest. Next Saturday shows more 100s in the south, 90s further north, and more 90s spreading through the central U.S. and further east, and in the southeast some 80s and some 90s, and in the southwest 100s still. Day 7, next Sunday, shows more 100s in the south and 90s across a good portion of the US, in the southeast too, more 90s and 100s in the southwest, so stay safe. The 24-hour max wind gusts, so shows gusty winds in the northern plains, in Wyoming, especially in Nevada, some more gust winds, and shows more in Oregon. Let's see, in parts of the Great Lakes, but it's just wind gusts by themselves, so of course the severe weather will have way stronger winds than this, but let's see. The hazards, this change all the time, but shows more heat warnings in Texas and heat advisories in the south. Let's see, some flood warnings in some places further north. Let's see. They say even the lake there, some rip current or beach hazard statements, shows some red flag warnings across the west, and air quality advisory, especially in the north, and shows flood statements in Hawaii, coastal flood statements, small craft, and parts of Alaska, some flood watches and wind warnings there, and some high surf advisories, so be aware. For Canada, we have a lot of areas with severe thunderstorm potential today, so a lot of moderate thunderstorms in parts of the prairies today. In the Northwestern Territory, some storms as well, some minor storms. Let's see, British Columbia shows, let's see, some minor storms there, minor storms in the south and even in the sea there. And let's see, in Ontario shows some, this here, let's see, there's nothing big for Ontario today. It's like dry and kind of colder, and Quebec some minor thunderstorms in the south, and Atlantic Canada even some severe possible in parts of Nova Scotia and the Maritimes. Even New Brunswick, some storms, and in the ocean there because of Ernesto. So be aware. So let's see in further detail. This is the Maritimes, some severe possible parts of Nova Scotia, some small hail, strong winds, and very heavy rain. So be aware. General risk of storms from New Brunswick and Quebec, and even Newfoundland. Let's see. And in the prairies, it's a complex situation. We have two areas of severe storms possible, uh, possibly some in southern Saskatchewan, some severe, and especially in Alberta. The highest energy for severe storms will be in Alberta, so be careful there in Alberta. More through northern Alberta and northern Saskatchewan, maybe some severe storms too, and even one tornado or two possible in Alberta and maybe Saskatchewan. So be aware, a tornado or two, strong winds, large hail, and heavy rain. So please be careful across the west, and general risk of thunderstorms for British Columbia and northern Alberta, even to Manitoba and some other areas. So be aware. Let's see. And this is like the thunderstorm energy for today, Monday. It shows higher in parts of Alberta and even to Saskatchewan there. So let's see. Higher temperatures across southern Saskatchewan and Alberta, some 30s and high 20s. And in Quebec, it's a little bit drier. In Ontario, especially Ontario, to Quebec, there's still some storms, but in Ontario, it's drier there and a little bit milder, so 20s and some 19s, 17s. So be aware. Let's see some other stuff. So some hazards too, but they change all the time. So let's see. We have a bunch of air quality advisories in the Northwest. So let's see. Wildfire smoke there can cause poor air quality and low visibility. And northern Yukon there in the coast, there's a storm surge warning, some high waves. Let's see, a highest above astronomical tide. Let's see, Sunday PM to Wednesday PM. So be aware in northern Yukon, and those dots there, Nunavut, are air quality advisory. So all those areas are some air quality advisories. Be careful there. Let's see. Shows in Manitoba some fog advisories and air quality advisories, but this only this morning, the fog. It's mainly the air quality advisories for the wildfires. Shows more. Let's see. Air quality statements for British Columbia because of this wildfire smoke. Southern Alberta shows some heat warnings there for some close to 30 degrees. They will have some severe and even tornado watches later, some severe thunderstorm watches for the storms later. So let's see. Shows some special weather statements for potential significant long duration rain expected northwestern New Brunswick. Let's see. And even like eastern Quebec, but mainly New Brunswick, so rainfall warnings there, continuing today, where rainfall warnings a little bit further to eastern Quebec too. Nova Scotia, rainfall warning, heavy at times is expected. So let's see. And there in Newfoundland, the tropical cyclone information for Ernesto and rainfall warning. So let's see. It shows Ernesto is moving to offshore Canadian waters past Nova Scotia. So some heavy surf along the Canadian coast. So some moderate winds and some rain there. So be careful there. What's this? And the rainfall warnings for tropical storm Ernesto there. So let's see. So this is mainly it for there. Let's see. Western Canada shows the storms in Alberta today, mainly this afternoon there. Let's see some showers in British Columbia, some storms, and That low pressure in the Pacific Northwest brings some rain there. Might start bringing some rain to British Columbia by Tuesday into Wednesday, but especially that system that forms there brings more rain by Wednesday there into British Columbia. So let's see. And a new system to come down from Alaska later to bring more rain there and even some snow. Let's see. And then through, through central Canada, we have the storms in Manitoba today, and maybe into yes, so maybe mainly in Saskatchewan there. So Manitoba is later, like tomorrow, Wednesday. So the storms will be in Saskatchewan there today, the stronger storms there, and southern Saskatchewan, especially this evening in southern Saskatchewan. Might be some even some severe storms there later today in southern Saskatchewan. And then it shows by Wednesday that front moves into Manitoba, goes west, and kind of fails to get to Ontario, but mainly the storms in Saskatchewan, Alberta, and Manitoba. But by Thursday the 22nd, that big system goes there into Hudson Bay. Let's see, from Manitoba, and then another system comes later there by Friday and Saturday into Saskatchewan and Manitoba. So especially by like Sunday, some more systems, and even by next Monday, a bigger system through Western and Central Canada there moves east, and even by next Wednesday, the 28th, shows other systems there. So for Eastern Canada, shows the quieter in Quebec, like very quiet today and tomorrow. Maybe a shower or two tomorrow, but shows more today the storms in the northeastern US, in Quebec, and some others. So that's Ontario. Sorry if I said Quebec. It's very quiet in Ontario there. And then Quebec, there'll be some more storms there. Today, southern Quebec especially, and more rain there. And it keeps going. And Ernesto passes by the Avalon Peninsula there and goes away, but please be careful there. Some gusty winds and rain, and the potentially stronger storms severe through New Brunswick and Nova Scotia, more through Newfoundland. And let's see, and it continues Tuesday. The storms through Eastern Canada go away. Into Wednesday, still some storms in Newfoundland by Wednesday, and by Thursday, that system there in Maine and New Brunswick goes away there, and still some leftover rain. But let's see, next Saturday shows another system, northern Quebec. Next Sunday, the system in Western Canada comes, kind of crosses northern Ontario and Quebec. Then the bigger system by next Tuesday comes into Ontario and into Quebec there. So yeah, this is mainly it. Nothing crazy, just be aware. And let's see. It shows for northwestern Canada, some warmer temperatures in the 20s, a little bit cooler in British Columbia. Let's see, colder in Alaska, of course, and let's see, a little bit cooler in Quebec as well, hotter in New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. But let's see, this keeps going, gets hotter in Manitoba and Ontario again later, and let's see, yeah, this kind of continues. That heat there might move east later, so stay safe, and also stay safe from, let's see, the air quality and all the wildfire smoke there, so stay safe. Let's see, yes, this is mainly it, so stay safe.